What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good one. I'm putting on this earpiece because I'm on the highway and the sound's not too good. I wanted to make a little video today on material and spiritual, on the material world and the spiritual world. I think they are of high importance, right? They're really important. Two aspects that are really important in our lives, right? It's kind of like a 50-50, but I think the one that is more important, in my opinion at least, is the spirit, right? The spirit. Like me personally, I think I've had seasons where I've been more in the material or more in the spirit, and the material doesn't really, it's temporary, right? It's not eternal, but the spirit is. So it makes a lot of sense to put more value in what is eternal, right? What I've found in personal experience is that like the material, just going after the material, it's not really fulfilling, right? It doesn't bring much value on an internal level, right? There's nothing wrong with material. It's part of this reality. There's nothing wrong with nice things and luxury and abundance, right? Wealth, material wealth. It's just it doesn't, since it's not 100% what we are, it's kind of like an incomplete thing to just go after the material. Like for a long time, I think I've just been going after the spirit, right? And yeah, I've even put aside the material, but you can't really live that way either. Like we are spiritual beings, but we are material too. You know what I mean? We have a physical body here in this reality, and like money, to a certain degree buys you freedom, right? You could travel, you could do many things with it. So here it is a good and positive energy, right? To be aligned with the material as well. Like in the Bible, I don't remember what character, but I think God tells them, like, there's two wells. You drink from this one, and you will only get thirstier, and your thirst will never be satisfied, right? And you drink from this other one, and your thirst will be quenched, right? And you will be satisfied. I don't know if he says like eternally and all that, but I believe it's in reference to the material world, that your thirst never gets quenched and you just get thirstier, and the spirit, it's satisfying, right? It's satisfying. And from personal experience, like recently, like I've been aligning more towards the material, right? because I do want to have nice things, right? Like, I am blessed, but I do aspire to have more. You know what I'm saying? Luxury, right? More financial freedom, right? More success in the material world. And I think the success in the material world goes hand in hand with spirit, right? Spiritual success and material success is the real answer, right? Um, but I do find that, like, that's making more money, right? Like, if I start buying things, the more I buy, the more I want to buy, and I'm like, what the fuck, like in my experience, right? Like, the more I want to buy, the more I buy, the more I want to buy. You know, I kind of find myself kind of slowing down, or holding myself back. Like, fuck, that shit ain't. If I don't need it, I don't. There's no need, right? Um, but they are both equally important. They are really important. I think they are high or utmost importance here in this reality which we find ourselves in. Uh, like, I'm gonna refer to like for a long time. There's this song by Drake, "Successful," and there's a part in the song where this other man speaks, and he's like, uh, I don't know if he's like talking to Drake or something, and he says, "You go for the money, but not for the honey," right? But for many years, I thought he said, "You go for the money, and not for the money," and I interpreted that as kind of like, in my personal experience, like, you do go for the money, right? You do go for the money, but not for the money. Like, that shouldn't be the outcome, or that shouldn't be the end result or the end game. Um, and what I mean by that is, like, say you're working in a field or an area, or going after something, and what, like, you do work for the money, but that shouldn't be the sole purpose of the reason why you're doing it, right? Like, there should be a higher reason, which is kind of like to serve others, right? The higher purpose, which is to serve others, right? To serve the human race, right? To serve your neighbor, your family, friends, loved ones. That should be the real reason. And as a byproduct of serving others, then the money comes naturally, right? Or easily. I think that's like the key in the ignition as far as how to go about it, right? Like, of course, we do chase the paper, right? We do chase the money, but it shouldn't be the root of the equation, right? It shouldn't be. It's more so the soul. Like, of course, we have ego. Of course, we're good and bad, and of course, there's dark and light, and it's just kind of like you kind of still want to stay centered in the fact that you do it for the purpose should be for us providing a service to others, right? Providing a service to others. Like, from a lot of successful people that I've heard from, that's what they say. Like, make your priority the service that you provide to others, to provide the best of services, and you'll be successful, right? And money will come with effortless ease. Um, and from experience, I'm kind of finding that it's true, right? It's true. You just stay focused and dedicated to the service of others, and the money comes. The money comes, and it keeps on coming. So so yeah, the material. there's nothing wrong. Like there's nothing wrong. That's something that I think I personally had it in the past. Is I saw money as evil or people who had money as evil, and that's not true. That's not true at all. It's a belief system that I had to eradicate completely, and I'm probably still eradicating bits and pieces of it. Um, because look, I'm gonna give you an example, right? And I'm referring to biblical things. Like I think that the Ten Commandments are are powerful things to live by or abide by, right? And in every tradition in India, in every tradition, there's some similar aspect of the Ten Commandments, which are kind of instilled in their doctrines or their beliefs of do not kill, do not steal, do not envy. You know what I'm saying? Like those things. Like do not envy is a powerful one because you can't have what you envy, right? Like you can't have what you think bad of. So if you think money is evil, money is gonna fly away from you. If you envy other people for their money, it's gonna fly away from you, because money is an energy of love, right? And it's in harmony with people who are in harmony with the energy. So if you have envy, jealousy, or even a bad belief of money, a misconception of it, it's gonna go away from you, right? It's gonna go away from you. So that's why I think those things are kind of really powerful, because they kind of keep you in line to a successful path, right? They're kind of in harmony with the laws of nature, the laws of the universe, and they kind of set a path, right, for you to be in line with those things. At least that's what I think. You know what I mean? Like recently that I've been studying things like that, and that I've learned more about like the laws of the universe, the laws of things like that. I'm like, man, this thing is right, because you can't envy, you can't be jealous, you can't be doing bad things and expect good things to happen for you, right? So you do have to clear out old beliefs from the mind, as far as the relationship to money, right? Like if you don't value money, if you don't respect money, it's not gonna respect you and it's not gonna value you. It's gonna fly away from you. And when you begin to value money, you begin to respect money, appreciate money, you know what I mean? Be grateful for it. You'll see that you start attracting more with effortless ease, right? And when you don't have no envy or jealousy of others as money, you start attracting that as well, like more money, right? Like when you feel good for somebody's success, you start aligning better and more with the energy of money, right? And I could go. It's a subject that you could go endless ways, right? But you kind of get the picture of where I'm getting at. Why you can't be jealous of it. Why you can't be like inharmonious about it, right? If that's a word. You got to be in line with it. You got to be aligned with it, in tune, right? And in harmony with that energy, right? Because there's a law of vibration. Whatever it is you're vibrating at, that's what you pull to you. Let's see what else. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with money. That's something that I've come to realize too. There's nothing wrong with being abundant. There's nothing wrong with being prosperous, with being rich, with being materially wealthy. Like God is wealth, God is abundance, God is love. You know what I mean? So if God is all those things, it's just a matter of aligning with Him or with source energy, and you have all those things, right? And like in a previous video I had said before, in the Kabbalah they say that you don't pray for anything other than to remove the blockages of the abundance, of the wealth, of the health, of the love, so that you could get rid of those blockages that keep you from receiving all that energy that already is, right? Like I want to, you know what I'm saying? I aspire to be really materially wealthy, right? to be extremely successful, right? To have more than enough, which I already do. You know what I mean? I am already abundant. I am already, but I'm just saying to a higher degree of it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We just can't forget, or we can't forget to have our feet firmly planted on the ground, that it is a passing energy, right? It's a temporary energy, just like our physical body. So the spirit should always be set before all the material. You know what I mean? Like, we can't forget that the essence is more important, right? Like, a person's heart or their spirit or their soul is more important than what they have, or physically who they might be or what they might have or not have, right? So we can't lose sight of the end game, right? We can't lose sight. But there's nothing wrong with being materially successful, right? Abundant. And even in the Bible it says to seek kingdom first, right? Seek the kingdom of God first. The kingdom of God is in here, you know what I mean? It's inside every living man, right? Inside every living organism. Seek kingdom first, and all the things will be given unto you, right? And I think that's just be aligned with the spirit first, and everything else falls into place. So I wanted to do that, kind of like that little video, right? Hopefully I could do another video or two, man. I'm gonna be on the road for a while. I'm heading towards Denver. So yeah, material and spiritual success, I think, will go hand in hand. And one without the other is not real. You'll fall out of balance, right? You'll fall out of balance. I think they go hand in hand. So I hope everybody has a good one, and you enjoy the rest of your day.